Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get what looks to be a really fascinating and exciting day off to a start. My name's Jonathan Wyllie. It's my pleasure as President of the Resuscitation Council to welcome everybody here today. I'm really looking forward to today, but of course there are first a few housekeeping announcements. So the fire exits are, I'm going to feel a bit like I'm on a plane now. There are two at the back, and there's this grey one here, and not there, and two at the back. The alarm has already gone and been practiced, so anything after this we assume is real, and please follow the Amnesty staff who I'm sure will be running. Toilets are through the red doors and down the stairs, and catering is also through the red doors and left down the stairs, but in a slightly different place to the toilets, you'll be pleased to know. Smokers, none of you are going to admit that, are you? Please leave the building and go away from the door, because the smoke tends to come on in. And last but not least, if you have to have your mobile phone on, please switch it to silent, because as you'll have seen, it's a packed day, and we need to use the time for talking, discussing and taking things forward. So, why on earth am I here? What's my interest? And why is somebody from the Resuscitation Council standing here and opening the first ReSPECT conference? Well, this is what I deal with all the time. Babies just born or born prematurely. I'm an neonatologist, I work in intensive care. And of course, as with all professionals and caring professions, we thought that we did discussion with parents, talking about care and indeed end-of-life planning well. I think that we all cared about it, but you can always improve. And one of the frustrations is, as we found the areas that we could improve, we found that much of the documentation was based on older people, and adapting it has been a frustration. I think that ReSPECT, as I'll mention, has the absolute potential to be appropriate for everybody at every age. And so when you come to that other end of life, these are my parents. I certainly have permission from one of them for this photo. This brings it home to me just how important this is. My dad, who sadly died 2 years ago, but before that, 7 years before, had a brain hemorrhage, and amazingly, it was a neurosurgeon that actually talked, albeit to me, not my dad, about wishes and what we should or shouldn't do, and opened that conversation. Who would have known? A neurosurgeon. Latterly, 2 years ago, where he had, in Newcastle, I have to say, superlative care. Not on the right ward, of course, because there's not space necessarily where you need to be, but it was excellent care. And yet in that excellent care, it was my brother and I and then my dad that had to broach so what was appropriate. So I think it's really vital that this process goes forward, expands and changes the way that we look at care generally. So why am I here? Well, the Resuscitation Council started out as a stakeholder, but now I think it's true to say that we're partners in this process. Lots of people here either developed this, and it's a wonderful example of how so many different areas and really participants from almost everywhere that there should be has been part of the process and development of ReSPECT. And then all of you who are either have adopted, are thinking of adopting, bring together all of that new knowledge to make it even better. I think that's an incredible process, and one which is almost an exemplar for how things should be in the health service. The Resuscitation Council's moved to being a partner, but as I've said, I think this has the potential for being a universally applicable approach. I think it has the potential for changing attitudes and making it easier to have the difficult conversation. And it has already changed us, because this is the change it's made to us. We absolutely had a mission to deliver the best possible resuscitation to people that needed it, wherever they were. But now we feel that we want to deliver the best quality, appropriate resuscitation. And that means talking to people. So I hope that you all enjoyed today. I'm really excited about learning, listening, especially in the areas that are of particular importance to me, but just hearing about people's experiences. And I know that the speakers are also wanting your feedback. That's why there is so much interaction built into this, and to learn from the experience of all of you. So please, without any more ado, I'd like to wish you all the best. Enjoy the day, and we'll get our first, perhaps most important speakers, so no pressure there, Mrs. Daniel.